Alright, for those of you that know me, no, I can't leave well enough alone. So, I'll be posting a picture of what the original one is. Excuse the mess on the floor because I just finished this up, but here we go. So, a little history. This is a 92. It's an XLT, and you know, the dashboard was all cracked up, so I redid that, and it's, like I said, it's a bit dusty. Anyway, this XLT came with only a speedo and whatchamacallit, the fuel gauge and the oil pressure gauge on one side, and battery gauge, and oil pressure gauge on the other side, or vice versa. I can't remember exactly, but in all my vehicles I always want a tach. So you know, I was having trouble finding one, so I originally resorted to putting this little guy in right there. That thing's been with me for eons. I think I've had it since I was 16 or 17 years old, so at one point in my Corsica. Well, anyway, and I knew the minute I put that SOB in, an F-150 will pop up at the boneyard and it'll have the tach. So it did. I ran over to the boneyard and grabbed it. Of course, it was about a week later, and yeah, you could see the tach there. Now, this is a bit weird because what happens is the 92 and the 93 F-Series trucks, they have one set of gauges. They're interchangeable. 94, 95 is a different set. 96 is a different set for the OBS Fords. So what happens is all the gauges are the same, the plugs are the same. You gotta excuse the explosions outside. Somebody's lighting off fireworks behind me. But anyway, so mine's a 92. The gauge set is from a 94. People are like, oh, you can't put a 94 into a 92 because electronically it don't work. The difference between a 94 and a 92 is a placement of 4 of the wires total in the 2 connectors behind the gauge. So all I had to do is repin it. And then, because I can't leave well enough alone, I had to make it my own. So I'm going to turn off the light so you guys can see it. Alright, so here, of course, you go to start it. The lights are all blue. Now the check engine light, the battery light. You go to start it up. All the gauges work. Come on, focus, you damn bastard. Okay, so, alright, now turn signals are blue. Turn signals are blue, but because I can't leave well enough alone. Now, it's not as simple as replacing the bulbs. Because on these old 90s Fords, they were all green. And it won't focus again. On these old 90s Fords, they were all green. Now, that green is not a layer. That green is a layer. It is not an easily removable layer. Basically, I had to take off each one of these little black pieces, flip them over, and at every point around here, scrape off all the green with the razor blade so that it would stay white. And that way, when I put the blue bulbs in, shines through blue. This one's a little bit wonky, but what happens is there's a I call it 90s fiber optics. It's got the little glass pieces inside where the bulb shines through, and then that one doesn't go all the way through for some reason. I don't understand why, but everything works. And what's cool about it is my check engine light, which is there, is blue. My seatbelt light is blue. My ABS light's blue. That's battery light. It's hard to see because the camera's not picking it up. But that, and well, oh yeah, there's my air fuel gauge that I put in a while back too. Once it warms up, it steadies itself. But when it's running cold, it's all over the damn place. But yeah. Why did I do this? Because I wanted to. That's why. Simple as that.